What's goody YTBC? What's good fight fans, boxing heads around the world? B Marsh with another boxing video. So on this day in boxing history, May 19th, 1990, we got Azumah Nelson stepping up in weight to fight the man Pernell Whitaker, you know what I'm saying? Pernell Whitaker at the time was a lightweight king, he was the unified WBC and IBF lightweight champion, you know what I'm saying? And the man Azumah Nelson was the WBC super featherweight, 130-pound champ. And these two guys were at the top of their game in 1990, you know what I'm saying? Pernell Whitaker was in the top two pound for pound, you know what I'm saying, on the pound for pound list, He was no lower than number 2, and the man Azumah Nelson was definitely in the top 10 at the time, you know what I mean? He had over 30 wins in his career, Azumah Nelson, at this juncture of this fight, you know what I'm saying? And he had only one loss, a TKO loss to the great Salvador Sanchez, you know what I'm saying? A TKO in the 15th round where the man Azumah Nelson fought a valiant fight for a guy. I think the man was like a late replacement, you know what I'm saying? It was only his 12th fight in his career, and he almost went the distance with Salvador Sanchez. But anyways, this fight was basically a clash of two different styles, you know what I'm saying? We had the effective, aggressive puncher and aggressive fighter in Azumah Nelson, and we had the master boxer and defensive technician in Sweepy, Pernell Whitaker, fighting against the professor, you know what I'm saying, Azumah Nelson. Now, this was a fight right here. Like I said, Azumah Nelson was stepping up in weight, but he was definitely the stronger guy, you know what I'm saying? He was definitely the stronger guy coming into the fight. And we all know that the man, Pernell Whitaker, was definitely the better boxer, overall boxer, you know what I'm saying? So, the man, Azumah Nelson, will basically, Pernell Whitaker was basically on some stick and move in this fight, you know what I'm saying? That's basically how he fought this fight, you know what I mean? Showed his excellent hand speed, quick hands, definitely had the longer reach, you know what I'm saying? He had a 5-inch reach difference, you know what I'm saying? Azumah Nelson had a 64-inch reach, and Pernell Whitaker 69, you know what I'm saying? And the man Sweepy was a guy who had excellent footwork, you know what I'm saying? He had superb footwork. He was a guy who could fight off the back foot, and he could also mix it up too. He could fight on the inside for spurts, and the man could definitely he could bring the pain with his left hand too, you know what I'm saying? He was a guy who was comfortable boxing for 12 rounds, but if he really wanted to, them fellas really could put that left hand into action and definitely get his opponents out of there, you know what I'm saying? I remember when he fought that one Cuban, Hurtado, you know what I'm saying? He put him out with the left hand, like 5 consecutive left hands, put the man through the ropes, you know what I'm saying? Now, the man Azumah Nelson, though, his downfall in this fight was his aggressiveness was not effective, The man couldn't cut off the ring. The man basically was following. He was following Pernell Whitaker rather than cutting off the ring and, having Pernell Whitaker giving him no chance to use his excellent footwork to get out of situations. Or, like if he was backed in a corner, you know what I'm saying? But Pernell Whitaker was great at, the man was, he could spin the man around if he got in too close, you know what I'm saying? So, the man basically Azumah Nelson just couldn't get to Pernell Whitaker the way he wanted, you know what I'm saying? He basically even abandoned the inside game for the most part of the fight. He had spurts of throwing him some body shots here and there, but he was basically headhunting, and it's hard to hit that target because the man Pernell Whitaker had excellent reflexes, you know what I'm saying? Now, in round 2, the man Azumah Nelson still chasing the man, you know what I'm saying? He's still chasing him, trying to be aggressive, but Pernell Whitaker was just too quick, with his legs, and he was pop shotting him because he had the longer reach, you know what I mean? Keeping him at bay with the jab. You could see even here in the footage, you know what I mean? When he comes on the inside, Pernell Whitaker would throw some body shots, but then he would hold him and spin him around, you know what I'm saying? Not give the man Azumah Nelson any chance to catch a rhythm, you know what I mean? And in round two is when the man basically, there's that infamous highlight of Pernell Whitaker putting Azumah Nelson in a headlock and punching him from behind his back. Basically, throwing a punch from behind his back while Azumah Nelson's head is in the headlock and giving him a punch. And the man Pernell Whitaker was a crowd pleaser. You know what I'm saying? He was definitely there to entertain the crowd. And that's why sometimes the man would get dropped. You know what I'm saying, in some fights. But that's him being careless and just playing around. But it was never because he was hurt. It's basically flash knockdowns. But he always got up and finished the work. Um, the man Azumah Nelson wasn't throwing any jabs really, you know what I'm saying? And at a point in time in round three, he had that kind of defense like George Foreman and Ken Norton, the cross hands defense. You know what I'm saying? Basically where you put a crouching style. He's coming in crouching, trying to get on the inside. You know what I'm saying? And he got the cross hands. You see it right there. You check it how he's trying to come in. And basically trying to, he got cross hands defense trying to cover his face, trying to get on the inside. And occasionally now he's catching Sweepy with a couple right hands, you know what I'm saying? But Pernell Whitaker, as you can see, the man is basically fighting off the back foot and he's moving. He's peppering him with that jab, you know what I'm saying? And, even by the fourth round, he even had that man Azumah Nelson's eye was swelled up, you know what I'm saying? His left eye was swelled up from them jabs the man Pernell Whitaker was tagging him with, you know what I mean? And you check it, the man basically in round five, Azumah Nelson was on the ropes. The man Pernell Whitaker had him on the ropes and was hit him with some body shots to the inside, you know what I'm saying? At this time he's showing like, he's a stronger guy, you know what I mean? And then he'd spin him off the ropes to get out of there because he wasn't staying on the inside for too long. On the real, that was Azumah Nelson's job. That if he wanted to win this fight, he'd have to make this fight basically. He'd have to take it on the inside and pound Pernell Whitaker to the body to stop all that leg movement, to stop, the movement around the ring. You know what I'm saying? So, the man Azumah Nelson, he was getting caught with by the quick hands of Sweepy, you know what I'm saying? And, he'd be walking into shots, you know what I'm saying? Pernell Whitaker would catch him with a nice jab, boom, and follow it up with a nice left uppercut, to split the guard, you know what I mean? Because the man Azumah Nelson basically they didn't have no head movement. He was following and his aggressiveness, like I said, was not effective, you know what I'm saying? And Pernell Whitaker's ring generalship and his defense was superb. There goes that punch right there. He just missed it. Where the man hit the man from behind his back when he had him in a headlock. It was so quick. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think the ref saw that. You know what I mean? And Azumah Nelson's best round was probably round 7. You know what I'm saying? He caught Pernell Whitaker with a couple nice right hands. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason, Sweet Pea wasn't throwing his hands in this round. And Azumah Nelson was pretty aggressive in that round, you know what I'm saying? He was following him with some leaping right hands, and he was catching him, you know what I'm saying? Even in round 8, he even put a mouse under Sweepy's left eye, you know what I'm saying? With those right hands he was tagging him with, you know what I mean? The man Azumah Nelson that was his best round, you know what I'm saying? And and that was definitely probably the hardest round to score right there, I remember, because the man Azumah Nelson, he fought a valiant round in that fight, but Sweet Pea picked up probably in the last minute of that round, and he had the man Azumah Nelson, basically like a deer stuck in headlights again, following him. There goes the punch right there. You see, got him in a headlock, boom, and hits him from behind his back, you know what I'm saying? But Azumah followed it up with the right hand, and round 11, That's Azumah Nelson now was going for broke. He was desperate. You know what I mean? This was also one of his best rounds right here. You know what I'm saying? He even was getting aggressive with them. He threw that man Azumah Nelson to the canvas. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, he threw Pernell Whitaker to the canvas. You check it, because now he was going for broke. He was now trying to knock him out. He was throwing a one-punch knockout, you know what I mean? And he was tagging him with a couple right hands, Like I said, the jab was basically it was not there for the man Azumah Nelson, you know what I mean? He was basically throwing power shots. You could see him coming in. He got the crouching tiger kind of defense there, trying to come in. But Sweet Pea was tagging him anytime he came in with that jab. You know what I'm saying? And, in the 12th round, like I said, he's desperate still. And he's Azumah Nelson's telegraphing his shots. And Pernell Whitaker's using his reflexes and ducking. Excellent waist movement. He's just a technician in there. You know what I'm saying? And on this particular night, he showed why, he is one of the best fighters in the world at this point in time and an all-time great, you know what I'm saying? Excellent boxing skills, exceptional footwork, the jab basically, he'd throw like 50 jabs per round and would land over 25 of them, just a little over 50%. And that's how he controlled this fight, you know what I mean? And why wouldn't he? He had the reach. His best bet was to fight on the outside, and he was. And occasionally, like I said, he would get on the inside, you know what I'm saying, and get some body shots in there, you know what I'm saying, and spin the man Azumah Nelson out of there, you know what I mean? So, this was a fight right here, like I said, two top 10 pound for pounders at the time, both of them at the top of their game. The man Sweet Pea at this point in time only had one loss to Ramirez, you know what I'm saying? And the man, he really won that fight, you know what I mean? The man Sweet Pea won that fight against Ramirez. You check it? The man Sweet Pea basically in his career had never lost a fight, to me, in my opinion. When he fought Jose Luis Ramirez, that's when he got his first loss, but he really won that fight. In my opinion, his only loss he ever took in his career, legit loss, was when he fought Felix Trinidad, you know what I'm saying? I had him beating the man Oscar De La Hoya, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's on this day in boxing history, May 19th, 1990. Azumah Nelson steps up in weight, you know what I'm saying? He still retained his they weren't fighting for his 130 super featherweight title. He was fighting for Pernell Whitaker's IBF and WBC lightweight title, you know what I'm saying? And this is why, Pernell Whitaker's, one of the greatest lightweights in history, you know what I'm saying? He was a great fighter at that. To me, in my opinion, that was his best weight. And I'd like to see him with any greats at the lightweight division, you know what I'm saying? Duran, all these guys, you know what I mean? Alright, y'all, that's my video. Let me know what y'all thought about this fight back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Who you thought had a great, these are two all-time greats, the man Azumah Nelson is definitely, arguably the greatest fighter to come from the continent of Africa. Definitely the greatest fighter from his country, Ghana, you know what I'm saying? So let me know what you thought about these two guys, and let me know what you thought about the fight, you know what I'm saying? And if you liked the video, hit that thumbs up and please subscribe. Alright, y'all, B Marsh Boxing. Thanks for listening, and I'm going to catch you on the next video. Peace.